So today I'm going to review this, my Thermarest NeoAir XLite NXT regular wide. That's a mouthful. This is a Thermarest product. I've had many of their sleeping pads in the past. This is my current one. XLite it's kind of a medium sort of insulated one. They do less insulated and they do an X-Therm, which is more insulated. This is a middle of the road one. The regular is the length, and wide means it's a rectangular pad as opposed to a mummy shaped pad, which I also have with me, and we're going to look at both for comparison. So you might see that it's actually very dirty, it's very used. I paid for this myself. It's not sponsored in any way. It comes with this, which is a storage bag stroke pump sack, which I've never used because I use a little pump thing instead of this, but we'll blow it up now using this for completeness. So in order to inflate this, you need to unscrew this valve and then twist these wings. And of course you can just blow up with your mouth, which I've had to do on occasion. It doesn't come out unless you twist this like that. So you can blow it up bit by bit, which again, I tend to do. If my pump runs out, I'll do it over maybe 3 or 4 sessions, because by the time I've pumped this up, I feel lightheaded. Sounds like a joke, it's not. We're not going to do that today though. We're going to use this pump sack. Let's see. Does that go? Oh, nice. Actually clips in. See, I've not used one of these, but I have had one in the past, and it wasn't like this. There's a ridge, a lip in there, and so if you can see, there's like a receiver for it, so that's really nice. Clips in. Right, just open that out, and then do that. This is going to be my most rustly review video yet. We'll see how many times it takes. 3. 5. I lost count. It's either 11 or 12. That's about as tight as I would have it, and then you just twist to secure it. Yeah. There we go. Right, so this one here is my X-Therm, my same company, Thermarest NeoAir X-Therm. This is the winter pad, but it's a mummy-shaped one. As I said earlier, this is my third one, but it's a game changer. I'm going to show you a difference in the width and demonstrate why I wish I'd gone with this shape, the wider square one in the first place. First of all, we're going to pump this up, but we're going to cheat. I reviewed this the other day, and it's much easier. Hopefully you could see there the difference in dimensions. So yes, this one, you've got a length of 183 centimeters and a width of 64 centimeters. So that's 72 inches by 25 inches. The standard mummy-sized one is the same length, but considerably narrower at 51 centimeters. And that's where the difference is. That's why I love the new one and I despise the old one. Bearing in mind, I've spent a lot of years sleeping on these pads. Probably in total on Thermarest sleeping pads, it must be 250 nights, more than that, probably up to 300. And I hated every single one when I was using this kind of mat. Now I sleep well. Obviously the pack size is a little bit bigger and the weight difference will have an impact. So the weight of this one is 540 grams. And if you had it as the mummy sized one, it would be 377 grams. So not that big a difference as far as I'm concerned. And just for the sake of being able to get a good night's sleep, honestly, I wish I'd just done this to start with. So if you're a back sleeper, I guess either is perfect, or either works. I'll demonstrate on here. just enough room, and I mean, I'm not huge, just enough room for me on here. The problem comes if you're a side sleeper, which I am, and I am almost hanging off this side now, and if I've got my knees up like this, they're not on the pad. What that does, you kind of tilt, and I slide off it in the night. If you sprawl around in any way, this doesn't work. So I would say this only works like this. Right, let's get on the other one. Yeah, see, my feet are still on now. My arms are at my side. Even when I'm on my back, it's a lot nicer. But the key thing is, on your side, I'm curled up. This is pretty much how I sleep now. And I am pretty much completely on the pad. It's only a small difference in size, but it makes a huge difference. Stop looking at that. I can't help it. So there we go. This has an R rating of 4.5. Now I sleep hot. For me, I would say it's a 4-season pad. It might not be for you. I've never been cold on this, and I have slept in it in temperatures below freezing. These pads also come with a small repair kit, and I have had to use it in the past with just a small sort of pinhole sized puncture to one of my pads. I repaired it and it lasted another 100 nights easy. So yeah, they do repair well. So it is expensive. At the moment I found it for £187, which is about $235. Yes, it is expensive for what it is, but all of these types of pads, any of the good ones anyway, seem to be around that price. I can testify to their longevity. They do last. I took one on the entirety of the Appalachian Trail, on the Great Divide Mountain Bike Route and the Trans Am, one of these or another. They do last. That one's lasted over 10 years and it's had a lot of use. They are provided with a lifetime warranty, but that is one of those warranties where it doesn't cover a lot of stuff. It doesn't cover misuse, wear and tear, all that sort of stuff. What it does cover is things like the valve or failures. Sometimes these baffles can separate. I have had that happen on one, and then it just kind of, you can see they're separated here. They split or perish. I don't know what they do, but they would cover that. And the valves, this is the failure point for these pads. Now, maybe not the new one like this, but on the old ones like this, it used to happen all the time. Not to me, but I've seen it. At the end of the day, how much do you want to spend for a good night's sleep? And if you're getting the use out of it, this will get me 200-300 nights, and then it works out, you know, good value. I still struggle though, because, you know, I think they're overpriced, and that's just the way it is. So I think that's it. I think I've covered all the bases with this. I'm sure there's something I've forgotten, but it won't matter. It really does need a clean, but, you know, do you want to see a review of a perfectly clean one that's never been used, or one that's had some action, seen some action? Right, just to deflate, I may as well show you. You undo this, like I say, nothing comes out. You've got these little things, twist them, and that's it. Then you can just roll it up. So, thank you for watching this review. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see any of this gear in action, subscribe to my main channel, which is in the description below. This will be coming with me to New Zealand in under a month for a 2,000-mile bike ride. Everything in these reviews has been paid for by me. I'm not sponsored. If you've got any questions, leave them in the description below. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Goodbye.